I'm hearing is that the earthquake, first of all, has been upgraded to 8.3 in magnitude. It was initially estimated at 7.8, but it has moved up. The tsunami waves has hit the northern town of Pisagua, again in northern Chile. The evacuation is proceeding normally. Northern Chile has been expecting a major earthquake for the past while. There were a number of exercises in the near past, so people have know where they have to go to the safety zones. In northern Chile, the cities are all located on the coastline, and they're on low line, and they have to go up to the mountain. They're being advised not to take vehicles, but to walk. Also, I would have to mention that no injuries have been reported so far in terms of infrastructure. The lights are on the cities from my vantage point here in Santiago, and the tsunami warning has been issued for the entire coastline of Chile, which is about 5,000 kilometers, and also for Peru and Ecuador.
You mentioned there, Jorge, about the town of Pisagua that's already been hit by the tsunami. Can you give us any indication as to the number of people who live in that town?
Pisagua is a small fishing port with a small fishing town, and nothing more than a few thousand people, and they have the mountains just at their disposal by simply walking about 20 minutes, and they're already in a safe, secure zone. The advantage of living, I guess, in this part is that you're very close to the sea, but at the same time very close to the mountain.
Do you think there was enough warning of this quake, of this tsunami that followed, given the fact that there have been a number of tremors felt over the last couple of weeks?
The tsunami. Can you repeat the question? I missed that.
Yes,
my phone rang. So.
No, my apologies. I'm just wondering if you think there was enough warning given to the residents in these affected areas that they should leave their homes.
Surely. The warning was issued as soon as the earthquake was felt, and the tsunami warnings, sirens were felt nearly immediately, and all the services, emergency services, began reporting, telling people, the police through their bullhorns, car horns, the firefighters telling people to go to the evacuation zones. So, and there's reports already through television, I guess on the internet, of sirens wailing in the northern cities of Iquique, Arica, and Antofagasta, which are the major urban centers north of Chile.
Yeah, Jorge, we're actually looking at pictures from Chilean television right now. These appear to show buildings shaking in those tremors. Have you heard much reports of any buildings collapsing, perhaps? We heard earlier that there had been some landslides.
Some landslides are possible. I cannot verify that, but I would not discount it. Now, in terms of building collapsing, Chile has extremely severe earthquake, seismic resistant construction. In terms of physical destruction, it would be minimal. Buildings have been designed to withstand major earthquakes, even greater than 8.0. Because of the history of Chile, engineering in this case for construction is very solid, and redundancy is built into buildings. So the height of the building will not, or the structures will not be damaged. The same thing for housing.
Any reports on national television as to any injuries?
No reports so far from what I'm seeing.
You mentioned there about Chile's history with earthquakes and the fact that the infrastructure has been adjusted to cope with these shocks and these tremors. It was back in 2010, just off central Chile, that a tsunami hit and more than 500 people were killed. And also the strongest earthquake ever recorded has also happened in Chile. So the people living in these areas, no stranger to these earthquakes, to these warnings, and hopefully as best prepared as they could be.
We should be as best prepared as we could be. Although the 2010 earthquake, the tsunami alert was never issued. and that was the cause of the 500 deaths or so. And because the tsunami alert was never issued, despite the fact all the information was available, people were told to stay in their homes, and that's why the large casualties felt at that time, which for Chile, 500 deaths or more, it's large. It's a significant number when compared with deaths with similar earthquakes in other parts of the world.